Yo, what's up, guys? I just got done watching the Chicago Bulls lose to the Washington Wizards. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about that game, also giving some big injury updates on DeMar DeRozan and Javonte Green, and also talking about this article that just came out, talking about Zach LaVine and Billy Donovan still having some beef and having some problems. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also, leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and helps me out a lot. And leave some comments and questions, obviously, about last night's very ugly loss to the Wizards and all the injury updates and the rumors I'm about to jump into. But nonetheless, let's just talk about last night's game. Obviously, it was a very ugly game from both sides, and honestly, the Bulls should have won this game. I mean, the Bulls are up 10 plus points at one time in this game. The Chicago Bulls are now 19-23, and I don't understand this team. I don't know really what to say. There's not much to say. This was an ugly game. The Bulls should have won this game. I just can't take this team serious, and I just don't understand this team. The Chicago Bulls gave up 41 points in the third quarter to the Washington Wizards, and they were missing two of their best players in Bradley Beal and Porzingis, and they were also missing Daniel Gafford. I really don't know what to say. The Bulls had way too many ugly and just empty offensive possessions down the stretch. So did the Wizards. This was just a very ugly game. You know, sure, DeMar DeRozan was out, but the Wizards were missing 2/3 of their best players. There's really no excuses for this game. It's just very disappointing. And also, the end of the game, the Bulls were down 3. I don't really understand what Zach LaVine was trying to do. I understand that the Wizards had a foul to give, and I'm sure he was looking for the foul to give there, but I just don't understand that. It was just a bad loss. There's not much else to say. Zach LaVine should have taken the 3. And as I'm recording and editing this video, Casey Johnson just put out a tweet, and he did say Billy Donovan said the play call was for a 3 and that he hasn't talked to Zach LaVine post-game yet. I just really don't understand what Zach LaVine was trying to do. Also, I could tell post-game Billy Donovan was very upset and very mad, and honestly, this is probably the most upset I've seen him this whole season after a loss. I don't know what was going on with Zach LaVine and just that final play call. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about yesterday's very ugly and disappointing loss to the Wizards. And speaking of that final shot and of Zach LaVine, Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times put out this article just the other day, and he did report saying that according to a source, Zach LaVine is still not forgotten a November late game benching, and while the relationship with Billy Donovan is workable, it's worth keeping an eye on. And he did report saying that the trade deadline could get very interesting for the Chicago Bulls. Now, obviously, when this happened back in November, there was obviously some rumors and issues between Zach and Billy, and it's kind of surprising that there's still issues. I mean, I just talked about it earlier in today's video. It seemed like Billy and Zach weren't on the same page just in last night's game. I don't know. This whole Zach LaVine and Billy Donovan relationship thing is definitely a mess, especially with Zach LaVine just signing a max contract and Billy Donovan signing an extension with the Chicago Bulls now. I really don't know what to say. Obviously, this report and article did say their relationship is still workable, but I mean, this is definitely something to keep an eye on. Like I've said, I know the Bulls season has been so bipolar, so up and down. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride, but at the end of the day, it's not great to hear that your max contract player that just signed a max contract that's in year 1 of it is already having problems with the head coach. And it doesn't help that Billy Donovan signed like a secret or extension that the Bulls front office or ownership were hiding that actually happened before the regular season and then came out a few weeks into the regular season. I don't really know. This whole situation and season has been a complete mess. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Zach and Billy still having like a rocky relationship. And the next topic in today's video is a huge injury update on DeMar DeRozan. Obviously, just the other day in the Bulls loss to the Celtics, DeMar DeRozan did get hurt in the third quarter, and he has been, I'd say, diagnosed with a right quad strain. And after the game, DeMar DeRozan did give an update on himself, and he did call the whole situation day by day. So at least that's good. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan has played so much in the NBA, and he is rarely ever hurt or rarely ever sits out games. And last night versus the Wizards was DeMar DeRozan's first game missed for this NBA season. And DeRozan did say post-game that he has quietly been playing through soreness in that quad for about 8 games now. And he did say, "That's me. Nobody can really pinpoint times I'm left out of games," DeMar DeRozan did say. "So if I leave out of a game, it's something serious. I play through a lot that I don't mention. My whole career, I've kind of been stubborn when it comes to that. I just want to always be on the floor." And after that, DeMar DeRozan did say he's day by day. He planned to begin treatment on the flight to Washington, where the Bulls have an off day scheduled for Tuesday in advance of Wednesday's matchup against the Wizards. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan didn't play yesterday. This is definitely something to keep an eye on. And like DeMar did say, he usually plays through a lot of things, so this could be something serious. And obviously, with him missing last night's game versus the Wizards, Billy Donovan did talk about this whole situation. And he did say the team will make sure it doesn't drag on for games now. But Billy Donovan did report saying it's not a major strain or a tear, so at least that's really good to hear. So I expect DeMar DeRozan just to miss a few games here and there, and I'm sure he'll be back in a few games. So that's very good to hear, because that whole situation and injury could have been really scary. And the next injury update in today's video is on Javonte Green. Javonte Green, he's had some knee issues kind of this whole season. He's been in and out of the starting lineup and on the bench. He's been everywhere this whole season, just like this whole Bulls team has. And just the other day, he will have surgery on his right knee Wednesday, and he will be rechecked out in about 2 weeks. This definitely sucks. The Bulls are going to miss his energy. And I'd say Javonte Green's honestly the Bulls' best cutter on this team. He's always active, always cutting, always trying to block shots and trying to dunk on someone. The Bulls are definitely going to miss out on his effort. And after that report came out, Woj did say that Javonte Green is expected to return to the lineup in about a month or so after a right knee procedure. Bulls plan to check him out in 2 weeks. I don't know what it is with the Chicago Bulls and injuries, but they're always together. There's always minor injuries here and there. Thankfully, it's only 2 weeks to a month. And also one more little update. Last night before the Wizards game, Billy Donovan did say that his procedure went well. So that's good to hear. I expect him back in a month or so. It will be interesting to see if Billy Donovan does throw Javonte Green back in the starting lineup, or if Patrick Williams has won that starting position. Who truly knows? The trade deadline's about a month away. Javonte Green is expected to return in about a month. Who knows if Lonzo Ball is expected to play this season? I truly don't believe so. Who knows? Last night's game versus the Wizards was really ugly. I don't understand this Bulls team, and I honestly don't think I ever will. We'll see how these next few weeks go before the trade deadline. A lot of things, a lot of trades. A lot can happen and change in these upcoming weeks. These upcoming weeks are going to be very big and important for this Bulls team. So I guess we'll just wait and see what happens and how the Bulls do handle these weeks. But no matter what, leave some comments and questions below today's video. Obviously about last night's very ugly and disappointing loss to the Wizards. My injury updates on Javonte Green and DeMar DeRozan, and the whole Billy Donovan and Zach LaVine situation. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel in the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.